doing diamond art. Hello. It's like y'all were waiting to be in my chat. One thing I can say about the story I've been writing is the next chapter that I read is the longest chapter that I've written so far. And it was unintentional too. It was just how I felt to write. Like it flowed, you know? But it's kind of fitting because the character that the story is. Hi, welcome in. The character is like a talkative simp, which is what the chapter is like. That's her point of view. So it kind of makes sense that it's the longer one. Like the rest of the characters are pretty straight to the point about things or very serious. She's not serious at all about a lot of things. Which, I mean, you've been introduced to her before. Princess Eliza. She was in the first chapter. And she said some wild things. Yeah, Jill, you're gonna really find her fitting. Currently, right now, I'm writing chapter 7. You're gonna get introduced. to a character that you don't really see very much in the beginning parts of the story. I mean, I also need quiet time in order to record voiceovers, but you know, you're gonna get introduced to a newer character. One that hasn't really shown up yet. The story I've been writing, Chaos Castle. I will say though, this chapter is being a lot more difficult for me to write than the others. And I think it's mainly because I find it hard to make a character that I don't like. Well, thank you. You'll be along for the journey. To be fair, I didn't name it originally. And then I was like, you know what, I need to give it a name. And then I just wrote a name down. And if it works, it works. But there's a lot going on and a lot of lore. Kind of like real life. There's just a lot going on all the time. Yeah, I'll never understand how some people read super slowly. But then again, my chapters are only like around 1,000 words each. Well, except next chapter. That one's way more words. I can actually tell you exactly how many words each chapter has been so far. That is a thing that I can do. How long is chapter? How long is chapter 6? Let's find out. Mm-hmm. 1,450 words. That is how many words chapter 6 is gonna be. $1,450. I almost did 1,500 words. To be fair, I get it. But I'm reading along with people. It was just how it happened. I don't know. I quoted some of Gel, so you get that in chapter. How many pages? Well, the whole story is 19 pages so far. So, but, 2, 3, 4, 4 pages for chapter 6. We get numbers. And these are not just any, like, amount of pages. I mean, it's really easy to write about a simp when you have one right in front of you to base things off of. Sure. Exactly. You get to see some of my friends and some of the characters. That is actually a true testament to my writing. Because I do add some of y'all personality traits into the characters. Just to give it a little bit of variety, you know? Though I will say, I feel like one of my villain characters is gonna turn out kind of like Snape. Like the book version versus the movie version of Snape. Like, nobody liked the book version of Snape because he was a little creep. But the movie version of Snape was a hero. Writing? It really depends. I don't actually know. You can look at the distance between like the first 2 videos. That's about how long it takes me to write on Because I had free time between those two videos. I can write decently fast. But, like, I have to record when I have time to record. Yeah. You know, that's fair. Finding time to record is really the longer part of everything. I live with too many people. That's a problem. The thing is, we have 2 bathrooms. But if you have cats, you're apparently supposed to have 2 litter boxes per cat plus 1 if you add an additional cat. So that means if you have 2 cats, you need 5 litter boxes. Since I'm human and live with 5 people, are we inherently supposed to have 5 toilets? 1 bathroom per person? You think I have friends in real life? Thank you. No, I don't, because my uncle's constantly in and out of the bathroom because he has medical issues. So I don't get a bathroom to myself. That's funny. Considering the only people I talk to in my real life are either my coworkers or my family. No. No, I don't have friends in real life. I don't even leave my house most of the time. I would have had a group of friends, but like life happens, you know? And whenever one of my friends gets like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they kind of become like really distant with me. And I'm just like, you can have a relationship and not be distant with friends. But then a bunch of people in that group got like angry at each other and they're no longer friends with each other. And so now I'm just like, well, I had a friend group and I knew one person who introduced me to everybody, and now none of them are friends with each other. And so I'm just like, I had one. I guess none of them are friends anymore, so I can't really be friends with them. Because then I inherently am taking sides, and I'm not taking sides. Fuck that. I'd rather just not be friends with any of them. If two of my best friends got into a fight, I'd immediately stop being a part of it. It's like, if y'all don't want to be friends, that's okay, but I'm not gonna hang out with either side because that means I'm picking between y'all. And I ain't doing that. I'm just not gonna be a part of it because I don't want to hear anyone talking trash about each other when I'm still friends with both of y'all. So it's just not gonna be friends with any of y'all. But still, don't hate any of y'all. And it's not like I get told all the facts. So I can't even, like... Like, was one gaslighting the other or something? I don't know. You won't tell me. You just say you don't like them, and then I'm just like, oh, okay. But, like, I still talk to them occasionally, so should I just not? What did they do? And they're just not gonna tell me? And I'm just like, oh, awkward. I ain't gonna be put in that situation. If y'all fight, figure it out. Also, I'm pretty sure one of my friends stopped being friends with me because she had a crush on me. So that's awkward. I don't mind flirting with my friends, but like it's just for fun. If you're my friend, you're gonna just be a friend. Also, if you tell me you're lesbian and then immediately end up with a boyfriend, I'm gonna be confused and not expect it. Especially if you never told me that you, like, decided that, yeah, I actually do like men. BF does not just mean boyfriend, it can also mean best friend and bitch fit. So if I thought you were a lesbian, because you told me you were a lesbian, and then you end up with a boyfriend, I'm not gonna assume BF means boyfriend. I'm gonna assume it means best friend or bitch fit, depending on the context. So I'm just confused. So often. It's like the only context I had was that she was a lesbian. And I'm gonna say was because she said she was when I first met her. And now she has a boyfriend. And now I'm just like, well, I wish I knew this information. But the only context I had was the letter BF. She didn't type out boyfriend. She just assumed I knew she had a boyfriend. I was trying to hook her up with, like, a lesbian, because she always was lonely, and I don't like it when my friends are lonely. And it's not like she goes out much. She works pretty often. So I never assumed she would have a boyfriend. She immediately assumed that I was asking her on a date, and no. I was like, sorry that I thought that you didn't want to go on, like, I'm sorry that I tried to hook you up with someone. It's so important, it needs to be said twice. Yeah. I immediately, like, assumed she meant best friend because she was talking about a person. And then she kept saying BF over and over again, like I would understand that she meant boyfriend, not best friend. And this is why I don't like it when people abbreviate like that. Don't just say BF, just say the full words so that I can understand what you're saying, please. Because the same two letters can mean literally anything. If you don't know. Also, she thought I was asking her on a date when in reality I was actually trying to set her up with a coworker. So I'm just like, what? And also, why would your best friend not be okay with you going on a date? Is a really confusing thing to think. Because I didn't expect her to say boyfriend. I thought she was a lesbian. I was so confused. I mean, I was trying to help her not be lonely. She already did that for herself. Good on her. I didn't know she was gonna choose a man, though. So that also kind of confused me. Because she kept saying she was a lesbian. I was like, it's okay. If you're not a lesbian, you're not a lesbian. That's okay. If you like, you still like women. So that's the thing. She still likes women. I just wish she told me. I feel like she's closer to bisexual, but it's not 50-50. Usually bisexuals tend to lean more towards one side than the other. On average, more people are attracted to women because women. But also, some can't live without dick, so yeah. Yeah, no, I don't even go outside, so no vitamin D for me. That can mean so many things. And I love that. I remember once in high school, I was asked out by someone to my face, and I had no idea that they were asking me out. They straight up asked me out, and I still couldn't tell that they were asking me out. That is a form of dense that not a normal person can handle. I am very happily single. Hello, welcome in. Don't acknowledge them. Ignore them. I'm eating a cosmic brownie. I'm too depressed to make myself actual breakfast, so I'm just gonna eat this. Because it was on my desk. I don't even know if it's expired or not. We passed the inspection at work though, and we did so good that they really had to like look for things. It's just winter. It's okay. I'll be fine when summer comes back. Seasonal depression and all that. It's sweet. My brother doesn't know how to cook. To be fair, none of the men in my family know how to cook. Oh, but since we passed the inspection and we did so good that they found only obscure things to look for, they let us get Chinese food for free, like on the company, which is awesome. I chose Chinese food because nobody else knew what they wanted to eat. We had so many options. I like Chinese food though. I always choose the same shit. I gave them a list of items and they're like, Chinese food sounds good. But also, I think it would have been fucked if I chose somewhere like Burger King. Like I work at KFC and then I'm just like, hey, you know what I want? I want some Burger King. Yeah, but see, as you work at Chick-fil-A, I work at KFC, so we are apparently from different companies. But also, all of my coworkers are like, Chick-fil-A food is mid. The service from the people there are great, because they always say my pleasure, but the food is mid. KFC ain't much better, but that's beside the point. I don't like chicken, so it's not like there was much of a difference between them for me. But also Chick-fil-A, every time I get your fries, I've only ever had it once, but why are your fries always soggy and cold? Like why? Can you not have warm fries? Why are they always cold and soggy? Those are the two worst things for fries to be. Like how do you store them so badly? I want to know the process. We cook fresh fries where I work every like 30 minutes or so, sometimes less, sometimes more. And we keep them in a heated area with a constant hot fan blowing on them. And if people ask, we will refry your fries before we give them to you for a good minute. We will do that for you. We even do it with nuggets. But why are your fries always cold and soggy? It's so sad. And we still get our orders in and out of the window in under 60 seconds. Hi and welcome. Oh no, we'll straight up park people if we don't have like the time to make their order. Literally just to get you out of our way. Like if you order 10 chicken littles in our drive-thru, we will park you immediately, no hesitation. Cause fuck you, you're gonna take up our entire line with chicken little wrappers. But also, I get it. They taste really good. The only thing that we don't cook by ourselves is our chicken. We don't make the nuggets and we don't make the tenders or chicken. It all gets cooked. All chicken products get cooked. They're breaded and battered in the kitchen every time. Every day, constantly. Our kitchen staff don't get a break for very long. But also, we make all our sides and we make all of the dessert that needs to be like heated, usually to order, because that makes it the most fresh. Or at least that's where where I work. We try to make sure the food is fresh. Like it's just been cooked fresh. We've only ever had 2 people complain about our fries. And the thing is, they came on a day where we were slow, so they were cold, but we replaced their fries with a new batch. So it's not like they had much to complain about. Because we did replace their fries. But also, if you ask for unsalted fries, I get it, but also, really, why are you in drive-thru? We're gonna park you if you do that. But if you do it when we just made a new batch of fries, it's so upsetting, because we're just like, we just made fries. And now we have to make more? Like, I get it, some people can't eat salt, but I don't think everyone who does it is doing it for that reason. I'm a cashier, but I have to pack orders sometimes. How we do it is, I main the cashier, but, like, if we need another order, I'll grab a pair of gloves and then make food. Usually it's only sides, though, like mashed potatoes and gravy, or coleslaw, or mac and cheese. Occasionally corn. Very rarely is it corn, though. Not a lot of people order corn. But also in other states and, like, countries, why do they have better sides than us? Because at my place, we have corn instead of green beans. Why don't we have green beans? And in some states, they have dirty rice. We don't have dirty rice. Yeah, you do. That's actually why your service is technically better than ours. Is because we just say whatever off the top of our head. But y'all always have to say my pleasure. And if you don't, like, I heard some people get reprimanded. Depends on the person who works, but, like, yeah. Nah, because why do some states and some countries, they get dirty rice, they get green beans, or they get baked beans? We don't got baked beans. We don't got dirty rice. We don't got green beans. No, we get corn. We get corn. Also, when people from the UK... I knew it! You people do get fired when you don't say my pleasure. That's horrifying. We can say whatever, as long as we're not rude. Oh, and we always have to smile. Otherwise, we get a little check mark, and we have to sign a paper. Oh, whoop-de-doop. I didn't smile while trying to focus on taking this person's order. I'm sorry, I'm focusing on accuracy sometimes. Especially if we just made a few mistakes. I'm gonna focus way more on accuracy than how my face looks. I want to make sure your food is right, okay? I'm double checking them bags. And even then, I still make mistakes, and I'm just like, fuck. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, and I try very hard, but also that's because I get a decent paycheck for a minimum wage job. Like, they give me the hours I need and stuff. But also, I'm pretty sure my manager just would rather me working with him because of the fact that I'm fast enough to keep up, and he's not. So I just make it so much easier for him to work. It's a lot easier to work with a person who's faster than you. Yeah, but 1,400's so much better than what I get paid. But you also have to live and afford rent and stuff. I'm so glad I have my father. Like, I got lucky to have who's my dad right now. I would not have anything if it wasn't for my father. I would not have security. I wouldn't have a room by myself. I wouldn't even be living a nice life if it wasn't for him. He's done so much for me. And I really feel bad about it. I just wish he didn't have to work so hard. Hello. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. I mean, we're decently nice where I work, but we also have some bad things happen. Like, there was this one time where a person came in, and then my coworker handled him, and then he started being racist to her. And was like, get a fucking manager. She was said manager of the night. And she was like, I am the manager. How can I assist you? And he was like, you can't be a fucking manager. Look at you. That's so racist. Like, she's a great manager and she's really good at her job and I love her so much, but like, why the fuck do people have to be so mean? Can't you just accept things are the way they are and just move on? But no. Ah! It was so bad. She has a more fun way of describing the situation. But oh my god, was it just not okay? And after hearing about that, I was like, wait, why would they do that? Then there was another time where this one dude was being rude to her. There was this one time, though, a guy came through drive-thru. He had both a $20 bill and a $100 bill. His total was $21.60, and he refused to break the $100 bill. And then he pointed at my manager and was like, she'll let it slide, right? And I was like, he has the money, why won't he just pay it? And she was like, and she just let him slide and let my drawer be short and covered it for him. Don't do that. He had the money. He could have split the 100. I had the money in my drawer to split 100. I was a fucking asshole for that, and that was really racist. And yes, you can be racist to anyone, no matter what you look like. And I was just like, fucking hell. You let him go that easily. That was fucked. Of course, I told my friend about it. The thing is, we have vegans come through my drive-thru sometimes, and once they asked, hey, do you have any vegan options? And my only answer was, we have corn. Because technically our fries are not vegan because they're cooked in the same fryers as our chicken. Our mashed potatoes aren't fully vegan because of the fact that we cover them with gravy. The only thing that's like fully vegan and that you can trust is fully uncontaminated vegan is our corn. Because we just cook it and then we put it in a pan. And mac and cheese has cheese, so. Well, anyway, they ended up ordering, we have corn. No, because I would also hate it. I don't like when people are mean to my coworkers. Coworkers are supposed to have each other's backs. But yeah, I really did say, well, I mean, we have corn. With like so much confusion. I'm doing okay. Do you have a device again, or are you still struggling with everything being broken? Bro. Well, anyway. This just does not have good technology. Anyway, what we're supposed to do whenever a person or a customer is being rude to us is we're supposed to walk away, get a manager, and then stay in the back and just not be around the customer and just find something else to do. If a customer immediately is being rude, we immediately walk away and find a manager. Like, this is not my problem. Goodbye. I heard it's really easy to get fired from Chick-fil-A, so I would not be. It's technically a manager's job to deal with every complaint that comes into the restaurant and relay information to the coworkers. So, whenever there's a problem with a customer, if I cannot solve it within 5 seconds, I immediately just go to a manager. Like if they need a refund or they're upset that something's wrong in their meal that I can't fix immediately, I immediately have to go and get a manager. It is not up to me. If someone says they want to upgrade a drink after they already paid for it, depending on the day, I'll either say no or I'll just hand you a larger drink. Just to get you out of my face. It's not because I'm nice or anything. It's literally just, I'm timed on drive-thru. Please don't stay in my drive-thru longer than 60 seconds. If I hand you your food and your drink, please just pull up. Just a car length. Once you're in front of like the windows or something, you'll be fine. You're not on our time anymore. But also don't stay there for too long because you'll be blocking traffic and that's an arrestable offense. So please don't do that either because I don't want anyone getting arrested in my drive-thru. Also, if you stand at a certain point of the drive-thru when I tell you to pull forward to like the front of the store, if you sit in the area where the drive-thru is, even if there's nobody behind you, there's a chance you might get hit. We had someone drive through the back fence, like 5 different occasions where this has happened. I don't want someone to drive into the back of your car. Please just park in the parking lot. Please. For your safety. I don't want it to happen on my shift. I don't want anything to go wrong while on my shift. But also, want to know something that happened twice in front of the store? One person was rear-ended in front of my store, and then another person's car completely flipped over in front of the store. 2 cars collided, 1 car flipped. And the car that flipped, the person in that car was the owner of the Christmas tree shop up the street. I was like, what the fuck? The thing is, his store was just closing. My attitude on my job is, good luck finding a person who can keep up as fast as I can. We literally just had a kid quit because he felt, like, inadequate at work. And I was like, dude, you're new. Who cares? And every single time something goes wrong, just say, I'm new. Sorry about that. Doesn't matter if you make a mistake. You're new. To be fair, siblings make fun of each other a lot. Usually, depending on the sibling pair at least. Because I met a friend who had a sibling that they were so nice to me. Like, and so nice to their siblings. PG-13. Fuck. The kid let... Yeah, some siblings are mean to each other, some siblings are extremely nice to each other. This pair of siblings, they were always nice to each other, and I was, like, baffled. Because I've never met siblings that never fought. And I was just like, wow. Imagine that. Me and my brother fight, but I also know my brother will defend my ass if anything happens. Same thing with my sister-in-law. Do you want to see something awesome? So my sister-in-law, she's really good at sewing. And we just got her a sewing machine. She made me a jacket. And it is so fluffy. This is the jacket she made me. It is so fluffy. Well, I mean, I bought her the sewing machine, but like, I'm wearing a blanket. She basically made me a Snuggie with pockets. Oh yeah, and did I mention it has pockets? It is so comfy. It's greatness. Right now, she's working on making her kid a jacket too. She's also going to work on making herself a jacket. Yeah, so that's what we got going for us. That's actually really adorable. See, siblings can be nice to each other. Perfect examples of when our siblings actually show that they care about us. It's not often, but it happens. Okay, have a good day, Toga. Yeah, no. I never bothered to figure it out. I never checked. Why would I care? Or at least right now, when I'm in an emotionally bad state, why would I care? That's adorable. This is why it's not uploaded. I filmed it on my iPad and then it didn't upload naturally, which means it's just not gonna upload. Technology. Say fuck you to it. I love how I said I didn't care and then I immediately figured out the issue. Have a good day. I just like saying no. Is that so bad? Something fun about where I work is we have shirts with rainbows on them. It's like a rainbow coming out of a KFC bucket. And of course, I usually wear it during Pride Month because, yes. But the thing is, I wear it throughout the year, but I prefer wearing Halloween shirts during Halloween, so. Yeah, but I just like that it's a rainbow. But during Pride Month, if any of our male coworkers wear the rainbow shirt, mind you, it was the first shirt that was given to half of our coworkers. And probably their only uniform at the time. So whenever they would wear it, people would immediately be like, huh? Why can't the rainbow mean something else? And I'm like, it doesn't mean anything. It's a rainbow. Rainbows are rainbows. It doesn't matter. It's not even a pride flag rainbow. It's just a regular rainbow. Which made it so much funnier when they immediately judge my male coworkers for wearing it. Because none of them are gay. They immediately assumed the men were gay, despite not being gay, just because they were wearing the rainbow uniform. That was their only uniform at the time. But they kept getting homophobic comments because they were guys. And I'm like, that's so mean. They were just being homophobic to my straight coworkers, and I was like, well, you missed the mark on that one. Because they ain't gay. Nobody ever assumes I'm gay when I wear the rainbow. But when my guy coworkers wear the rainbow, they immediately get assumed to be gay, and I think it's so funny. Because none of them are. I think I only had one gay coworker, and he had gay voice, okay? You could tell he was gay. And he wasn't just any form of gay, he was bottom bitch gay. And I said that to him, and he immediately was like, how did you know? And I'm like, I just gestured at him. Like, and he looked so offended, but I was so right. And he hated that I was right. He was like, you're right, but like, I don't want you to be right. And I was like, I'd be more surprised if your mother didn't know. And he's like, I never told her. And I was like, well, I don't think you have to say anything. You just look at you. The thing is, my coworkers, the newer guy ones at the time, when we first got the rainbow shirts, um, they were new to America. In the form, they knew English, and enough to be a cashier, but they weren't a part of our culture yet. They weren't subjected to our culture. I only ever had one male gay coworker before. Or at least one very obviously gay coworker. Definitely. Some of my coworkers, they flirt with each other, so I make a bunch of gay jokes at them, but they're comfortable in their sexuality. So they immediately are just like, they just laugh it off. But they also accepted me writing a fan fiction about them, so you know what? Slay. Imagine being comfortable enough in your sexuality that you're okay with a person writing a slutty gay comic about you guys. But I don't think they're fully straight. But I'm definitely a fundashi. So I can just tell. You don't know what a fundashi is? It's a person who really ships gays together. Like, they like it better when a man is gay than when he's straight. Or at least that's my definition for it. I don't know what the actual definition for it is. Shipping gay people together, that is what a fundashi does. Okay? I find it so entertaining. To watch gays being gay. I remember once one of my friends sent me lesbian porn, and the porn star sounded like a chihuahua yelping for help. And I was like, why does she sound like a dog? And not just any dog, a small dog. Just crying. What? Yeah, when you watch something and realize it's really shitty quality. Like, don't get me wrong, these women were pretty, but like, I couldn't get over the fact that she sounded like a chihuahua. So I immediately was just like, you know, I told my friend, why does she sound like a chihuahua? And then he watched it back and was like, oh my god, now I can't unhear it. Why did you ruin it for me? It's like, you're welcome. You ruined things. I ruin things like that for people. When you can ruin porn for people. Just can't get over things. Like sometimes. I ruin people's like sex drive so easily. I can ruin any porn. That is a skill you have to have. This dude shared his taste in porn with me, and I immediately trashed it on him. This is just a trait that I have. Like, I can make sex so uncomfortable for people, and it is just great skill to have. I can either make it better or I can make it worse. There is no in between. But usually I tend to make it worse. Like, did you know you get your kinks from your parents? Like, it's genetic. So if you have a kink, your parents have it too. Nah, but I found out my mom has a foot fetish, and I'm so glad I did not get that. My brother didn't get it either, though, which means it can skip generations. But that's in our bloodline. I'm so concerned. Like I said, it can skip generations. But it's in your bloodline. Like, my mom and my grandmother are both very bisexual, but my mom won't admit she's bisexual. Kinks run in our bloodlines, okay? Someone in your family has the same kinks as you. Whether it be your grandparents or your actual parents, it's somewhere in that bloodline. It's genetic. I don't know why my family is so comfortable with talking about sex. It makes me uncomfortable. But you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. Just accept it as a thing. I will say though, I do like writing about things like that. I personally don't like things, but I like writing about it because it's interesting. I just like writing. I do read a lot of smut though. I do like to read. And some people are just so good at art. I feel like I should share some of the comics I read with everyone. I'll share them in the Discord. But I do have a website you can look up. It's called yowiebiz.com. They're a really good writer, and it's free. It's gay. When I said I like the gays, I meant it. Might be just a little gay. No, it's really, really gay. Maximum gay. Yes. The best kind of gay is fully gay. I'm pretty sure one of his 3 comics, like, they just started having a character start fucking the other. And apparently the author is an ex-Catholic. So, have fun. You know, I get it. To be fair, being straight would be so much easier, but no. I physically cannot be attracted to men. I'm sorry. It's not my thing. I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. I'm just not. Nah, because why for years I try to be straight and I'm just not. It's not possible to be something you're not. I tried. I did not want this. Because if I was straight, I wouldn't be single right now. My brain knew, but it did not tell me. I'm so upset with my brain for not telling me. Because deep down, I should have known. I should have known as soon as I never found Johnny Depp attractive. Or Ryan Reynolds. I've never found these men attractive. I should have known. I should have known. My whole school knew I was gay before I did. Everyone knew before I did. It wasn't a secret. It never was. I just didn't fucking know. It was only a secret for me, yes. If you're not attracted to stereotypically attractive men, are you in fact gay? See, the thing is, I was never attracted to Keanu Reeves either. I was more attracted to it, like, who he was, like, around. Like, every time he's in a movie with a woman that, like, is supposed to be his, like, lover, I'm more attracted to his lover than him. I was like, cool, you're an awesome person. But, I was like, cool, but I get it. I think it was more of I wanted to be Keanu Reeves than date him. And then a lot of women are just like, ooh, I'd love a man like Keanu. And I'm just like, I'd rather be him, but okay. In like half his movies, he either had like a girlfriend or a wife who died, or some form of relationship with a woman. Like The Matrix. You want the adrenaline rush from your love life. Who needs roller coasters when you have a serial killer wife? I mean, it might. You don't know whether your parents are serial killers. What you're looking for is a yandere, though. I'm gonna heat up some food. It will be back. I'm taking you with me because you need to witness this. So, I got this drink. It's sugarcane drink. Why does it taste like beer? It is so gross. Anyway, I also have these like boba balls. This is pomegranate. It doesn't taste gross, but it tastes sour. So it needs sugar. But boba balls are supposed to be sugar. Like a syrup that goes with the smoothie. I was gonna mix these two together so that would even just, yeah, it tastes like shit, so. Well, I hate both of them, so what's the worst that can happen if I mix them together? Cheers to my demise. I'm throwing it out now. Ugh. People wonder why I only drink Dr. Pepper. Hello, welcome. Yeah. I think the irony of me not liking the pomegranate boba balls is I actually like pomegranate tea. But I also get to dictate how sweet the tea is, and I get to have it ice cold. So that might be the issue. So there are two types of people in this world. People who dip their fries and people who squirt ketchup all over their fries. Which one of those people are you? Do you not use ketchup? Ew. They're so boring. I personally like dipping my fries in sweet and sour sauce. Fries don't get soggy immediately. They can still have a sauce on them without losing their crunch. I have a friend who dips her fries in pickle juice. They taste like pickle chips, so they're not gross. I just would rather not eat them because of the texture. So I can say that her thought is not bad, it's just they're soggy, and you need to be a very specific type of person to handle soggy. But she purposely makes them soggy. There we go. Less washed out. Right now, I put some Diablo Taco Bell sauce in KFC standard sweet and sour sauce. Do you hear how those fries still have a crunch even though I'm dipping them in sauce? I like the crunch. I'm gonna go get something to actually drink because the thing I wanted to drink is not tasty.
Oh, you're right.
Don't fall. I would have been out here faster, but I live with old people. Having my uncle in my house is like having a traffic jam on the only lines of traffic. Because usually there's two sides of a hallway. Our hallways might be thin, but they're not that like thin. So when I have to go in and out of the hallway really quickly, he takes up the whole hallway instead of only half of the hallway because he has a walker. He still needs the walker, but it does unfortunately mean I end up in a traffic jam. Hello, welcome. The thing is, he would have been able to move out into his own apartment already if it wasn't for the fact that my dad won't sign the paperwork. He's been handed this paperwork in person multiple times. My uncle needs to be in assisted living. That's not his fault. I'm doing okay. A little dead inside. I'm glad you paid attention. I only said that on the last vid because I was upset that I didn't have access to the bathroom. I only needed 30 minutes. Nobody nobody in my family likes paperwork, but we still do it, usually. It's like a battle to get my dad to do paperwork, though. It's not that hard. All he has to do is sign a few papers. You can even let Kevin do the rest of the paperwork. But considering Kevin's age and his physical disabilities, he needs more help than he's getting here. Well, I mean, I finally got a guy to come down to take photos of my car. Apparently this dude lives right up the street from me. So, the thing is, I have full-size candy bars that I'm gonna hand out during Halloween. Along with, like, a bucket's worth of candy that I have to get rid of. Because last Halloween, me and my friend went ham on candy. So, we're gonna be handing out full handfuls and or full-size candy bars. Mainly because, one, I want to get rid of a lot of it, because if we don't get it out and eaten, like, at least a week after Halloween, it will go expired, and, well, that's a waste of candy, so we're just gonna hand it out. Its expiry date is literally, like, a week after Halloween. It will go expired the month after Halloween, basically. So kids can eat all of our candy right then and there. And it'll be perfectly fine. The full-size candy bars, though, those will last a while. Expiry date-wise. Exactly, it's better to hand out than let it go expired. We can't eat all that shit. We bought it last year, when all the candy went on discount. But something the store Walmart is doing that is really fucked. Why is their Halloween stuff already discounted? Like, it's not a good discount like the day after Halloween's discount is. But why is it such a big discount now? It's like they're gonna get rid of the Halloween aisle, like, almost instantly. And Halloween hasn't even passed yet. It's just concerning. I like discount candy, so I hope the Halloween aisle stays open till after Halloween is open. They need to sale it the day after Halloween so that it's like 50% off and you can get like a bunch of candy for really cheap. If you discount it before Halloween, it's gonna be like the same thing, but like it's not gonna feel like a discount. It's gonna just feel like it's the price of the items. It only feels like a discount when the holiday's already over. No, because Halloween's the one holiday that me and my friend actually truly celebrate with like 100% effort. So for that to be taken away is not okay. I'm looking at the fries in my bowl and immediately just not wanting them. The thing is, I don't even celebrate Christmas that much. My dad's tradition is open one Christmas gift before Christmas. How are you liking my hoodie though? It's got a bunch of tarot cards on it. Because I'm a tarot card reader. Because I'm awesome. What? Those were air conditioners. We have 6 air conditioners. We just didn't take them out. We have 6 air conditioners, so yeah. The beep was actually from my air fryer because that's what I like to cook food in because it's better and there's no oil and it makes food crispier. The microwave I use to heat up things like meat because it cooks more evenly, and bread needs moisture, so you can't air fry it. So whenever I cook something like hot wieners or burgers, like McDonald's burgers, I'm heating them up from like a week ago. I'm just gonna heat it up in the microwave with a cup of water so that the bread stays soft, but it also doesn't taste weird. Yeah. But that is actually how I cook. McDonald's and Burger King food, that shit never expires, okay? I mean, it really is, though, and it really should not be. Well, I mean, the internet is technically eternal. Yeah. I feel like that's what a lot of kids don't get, though, when they're on the internet, because they don't they don't fully understand the consequences of their actions yet. When I was in elementary school, I used to get flirted with by 30-year-old men, like constantly. It was like a consistent thing. So I deleted all of the videos that I posted that had anyone under the age of 18. Yeah, no, I've completely deleted them. I didn't just hide them. They're completely deleted. Um, So there should not be any more footage of anyone under the age of 18, which includes footage of myself. It's not inappropriate videos, but the internet's the internet, and creeps are creeps. It doesn't matter how innocent footage is. They can use it for literally anything. I'm older and more mature now. And as I grow, I have to be more, like, cautious. Because people are gross. I remember this guy was flirting with me, and I was like, you don't even know what I look like. And then he sent a photo of me from when I was in elementary school. From my mom's Facebook. It's like, no, sir, that is not a picture of me. That is a picture of a child. Get your creepy ass out of here. People wonder why I block them so easily. I'm like, well, there's many reasons. I mean, yeah. But the one thing you should, one thing I really just don't want any children to do is until you're 18, don't post your face, don't post any personal information, and don't talk to strangers about anything going on in your life, like nothing personal. If you're a child, I would rather you not talk to strangers on the internet. But I've also been, like, sexually harassed throughout, like, my entire childhood. Like, from it being catcalling to getting whistled at to getting barked at to getting flirted with by 30-year-old men, sometimes 40-year-old or 50-year-old men. It's creepy. And not just because of your age group, but because of how much younger I am. Because you can flirt with someone when you're that old, but you have to flirt within your age group. Or the right place. There is a time and a place to flirt with people. And the internet is not it. It's better to make personal connections with people than to flirt over the internet. Because you don't know who that person is. You don't know their vibe. You don't know their feel. You can't just vibe them out. You only have the stuff they want to put out accessible to you. You get to see a version of them that that literally they share. They can share whatever version of them they want. They could be a completely different person off the camera. Things that happen off camera and behind the camera can be literally anything. What happens on camera is what they want you to see, what they want you to know, what they want you to think they are like. It's called a persona. Whenever I'm filming as an anime character, I pretend I am fully that character. I am pretending to be someone I am not when I am in a character, when I'm in a costume. So when I respond in the comments, I'm not always responding as me. Sometimes I'm responding as if I was that character. I like unhinged characters. They're really fun. I will be back. I feel like I'll just find unhinged characters naturally. Mysteriously, somehow they find me. Jel, do you want me to do another fortune for you? Do you want to find out how you've improved over the years? How you might have changed your fate? Hi, welcome back. Because I got my tarot deck. And I have free time. Yep. I mean, it is the season of the witch. Yeah, let's see. I was about to say, was I holding the deck upside down or something? Because why were all the first cards I picked up reversed? Okay. Okay. So this is the card that stands for you and your environment at the time. It is the Ten of Pentacles. And it is reversed. Chance, fatality, loss, robbery, games of hazard, sometimes gift, dowry, and pension. The second card represents your obstacles. It is the card that covers you and gets in your way. If it is a good card, something good in itself, but not productive of good. But it is an obstacle. Whether it's good or a bad card, it's still your obstacles. It is the Queen of Pentacles. Opulence, generosity, security, magnificence, liberty, evil, fear, suspicion, suspense, and mistrust. To be fair, out of all of the cards, the Pentacle ones usually have the least bad things about them. They're a good card to get. Usually. Not always. Usually. This card is your crown. It represents the best you can arrive at. It is the Five of Wands. Felicity, beauty, and embellishment. Well, that means you're moving up in the world. This card is beneath you. Leave it in the past. Oh wait, no, these are your tools. I haven't done a reading in a while. I'm tired. Your fourth card is beneath you. It is what you have to work with and can use to arrive at your highest. They're your tools. I mean, it is still beneath you. The Eight of Cups. Great joy, happiness, and feasting. That's a good card. This card is behind you. It is passing away. Leave it in the past. Application, study, scholarship, reflection. Another reading says news, message, and bringer therefore of. Also rule and management. This is a card of your future. It is coming into action. Remember it and be ready for it. It is the Five of Swords. Um, Degradation, destruction, reversal, infamy, dishonor, loss, burial, and obsequence. The seventh card is the Empress. It signifies you and your attitude to the matter. The Empress. Fruitfulness, initiative, action, long days, clandestine, the unknown, difficulty, doubt, and ignorance. You're an empress. Lol. That's actually really funny. You really just happened to get the Empress card. That's actually greatness. Anyway. The eighth card signifies your house and your environment and the unfair influence and people and events around you. Page of Cups. Fair young man, one impelled to render service, and with whom the querent will be connected. A studious youth, new message, applications, reflection, meditation, also these things directed to business. The ninth card signifies your hopes and fears. It is the Two of Pentacles. It is represented as a card of gaiety, recreation, its connections, which is the subject of the design, but it is also read as news, messages in writing, such as obstacles, agitation, trouble, and embroilment. Your 10th card is written as a card of fate. You got the reversed Hermit. Concealment, disguise, policy, fear, and unreasoned caution. Uh-oh. You being too cautious? To be fair, that could be a good thing. It's reversed. In some decks, you're actually not supposed to do reversed cards because they're complicated to read, and not all the books give you the reversed meanings. But does anyone else want a reading? Do you want to learn your fate? They always help you open to a new thing, a new meaning, new feelings. If you live your life on an edge of fear the whole time, how can you ever truly calm down enough to let someone in or ever love? Sure. I can read yours, demon. Caution can lead to not trusting or letting people in. Sadly, you have to be okay with losing trust in people occasionally. It might open wounds, but how can you ever truly love someone if you can't even trust anyone? My friend is calling me. Why do I always get called when I'm live? Why do I always get called when I'm live? I feel bad for you, but it's okay. I'll finish yours, demon. Once I do yours, though, I might have to clock out, and then I have work. I am cutting it quite close, but I wanted this to be the final thing I do for stream. Oh, you got 2 queens already. Oh my god, did you collect all the queens? you, you almost collected all the queens. You got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. The only queen you don't got is the Queen of Cups. He gets all the girls. They get all the girls. Yeah. Look at you, Slay. Anyway, the first one is you and your situation. Your general environment at the time, the Queen of Swords. Widowhood, female sadness, embarrassment, absence, sterility, mourning, privation, and separation. This represents your obstacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Opulence, generosity, security, magnificence, liberty, evil, fear, suspicion, suspense, and mistrust. Um, Technically it's up to interpretation, but I don't think it's a bad thing. But are you referring to the card that represents you and your environment, or are you talking about your obstacles? Because neither of them are bad. The only cards that really signify really good or really bad is usually this one, which is your crowning card, the best you can arrive at, or your fate. Your past and your future can be worked with, so they can be both good and bad, and you just have to be prepared for it. But the best you can arrive at, you'd have to work towards fixing your future or changing something to make you have a better future. Basically, these cards can change and will change depending on how you react. Like Gel, his original fortune was both true to him and his current situation, and he's been on a path to working to better himself to be a better person. Therefore, his next fortune was a better future rather than a worse future. If you do not work to improve yourself, your future will get worse. This is telling you where you are in your current situation rather than good or bad. If you do not like your future, you have to work to better yourself for a better future. If you stay the same, this will be it. If you thrive to better yourself and grow from your experiences, your future will slowly get better and better. And since we constantly change, our future constantly changes. I was reading cards for this one person, and I did all 3 readings in the same row. And, well, at the end of the day, they got the same set of cards 3 times in a row. Their fate was solidified at the time because they were not willing to change. Nothing is set in stone because we can change some things. We just don't know how to change it yet. This gives you guidance. That is what card readings really do. They guide you to bettering yourself. That's why I read my own cards. That's why I read others' cards. It is about finding out what you can change. Nothing is set in stone. It changes as your thoughts and perception changes. I keep a rule of thumb of you can do 10 readings maximum in a day. That gives you 10 different options. But most of the time, it's better to just do a reading once every few months to see how you've progressed as a person. If they want more in a day, they can. If they want less in a day, they can. I don't charge for my readings because I want people to be better. And I want people to love themselves and want a better future. No problem. So, let's move on to the next card. This is your crowning card. This is the best you can arrive at. It is the 7 of Cups. desire, will, determination, and project. Wait, no, that's 8. I read it wrong. That's the 8 of Cups. Great joy, happiness, and feasting. That is the best you arrive at. My bad. I read the wrong one. Hi, welcome in. To be fair, both cards were good, so it's not like they were bad, but you got the 8 of Cups, which is great joy, happiness, and feasting. Your future is good. So you're doing great where you are so far. Card readings. These are your tools. You got the 3 of Pentacles. You use this to get to your best. Mateer, trade, skilled labor, usually, however, regarded as a card of nobility, aristocracy, renown, and glory. You are very skillful. Your skills are useful. As long as you keep working at your skills, you will be unstoppable and be able to achieve your happiness, your great joy, feasting. This card is behind you. Leave it in your past. Learn from it, but leave it in your past. It is the 6 of Cups. That's actually a really sad place for that one to be. A card of memories and of the past. For example, reflecting on childhood, happiness, enjoyment, but coming rather from the past. Things that have vanished. From another reading, reverses this, giving new relationships, new knowledge, new environment, and then the children disporting in the newly entered precedent. But it is a card of memories. Which is a signifier of growing up. This is before you. It is coming into action. Be ready for it. Be prepared for it. It is a future. It is the 10 of Wands. A card of many significances, and some of the readings can be harmonized. I set aside that which it connects with honor and good faith. It is oppression, simply, but it is also fortune, gain, any kind of success of these things. It is also a card of false seemings, disguise, perfidy, but the place which the figure is approaching may suffer from the rods that he carries. Success is stultified of the 9 swords. Follows. Okay. So the 9 swords doesn't follow, so that one doesn't matter. It is a good card. Oh, that sounds like really cute, but also really sad. It is a good card, as long as the card of the 9 swords doesn't follow. The card of the 9 swords does not follow it, which means only the beginning of this card is important. You do not suffer from the cards you carry. You do not suffer from your effort, and your effort is important. But your future is filled with a lot of good faith and good strength. You are very strong. And you have good fortune. Only good is to come. Just keep working hard to your goals. This signifies yourself and your attitude in relation to the matter. This is the 9 of Wands. The card signifies strength and opposition. If attacked, they will meet an onslaught boldly. With the main significance there are all its possible junctions, including delay, suspension, and adjournment. Don't hold yourself back. You will achieve everything as long as you go for it. Have confidence in yourself. This signifies your house and your environment in the area and influence in people and events around you. You got the 7 of Wands. It is a card of valor, for on the surface 6 are attacking 1, who has, however, the vantage position on the intellectual plane. It signifies discussion, wordy strife in business, negotiation, war of trade, barter, competition. It is further a card of success, for the combatant is on top, and his enemies may be unable to reach him. All of your cards point you to being like strong where you are. Just keep going towards your goals. But people keep fighting you on it every step of the way. You're great at what you do. Keep going. You're strong and you're really good at what you do. Keep going for it. You'll achieve everything you've ever dreamed of as long as you just fight for it. This is a card of your hopes and fears. The Fool. folly, mania, extravagance, intoxication, delirium, frenzy, and bewilderment. Well, your cards are your future. This is your story. I'm just reading it for you. This is your card of fate, the Queen of Wands. To be fair, you should thank yourself. You're the reason you got where you are now. You're the reason you're so strong. A dark woman or a country woman. Friendly, chaste, loving, honorable. If the card besides her signifies a man, she is well disposed towards him. If a woman, she is interested in the querent. Also, love of money. I don't know what that means. But I'm just gonna assume it means you're loved. Well, anyway. Those are your cards, Demon. But sadly, this also means that I need to end stream because I have work. So, have a good day, my Fab fans. Peace, love, subscribe.